Okay.
All right, this is Big Rich from Real Boxing Facts. We're here with Mickey Bey. Mickey Bey, how you doing today?
Good. You know, just chilling, just getting ready to watch that fight tonight.
That's real. That's real. We want to get into a little bit of your story. I know you've been quiet for the last couple of years. You haven't really said anything about, your story. You know what I'm saying? Tell the folks, you know what I'm saying, about your time with TMT, your time with Floyd Mayweather, and the politics of boxing.
Well, as far as getting up to the time I signed with Floyd, I knew him for a while, but
How long did you know him?
probably half of my life, like literally now, about 17 years at least.
So y'all used to hang out together. Y'all used to hang out.
Yeah, but I ain't really hang out with him how most people do. Like, they go party with him a lot. I don't really party like that, but yeah, like I've been in his house a lot for years, like many of his houses that he had, and been around him since he was like a lightweight fighter, since he was pretty boy.
So would you say that he done a lot for you?
Yeah, he definitely did some good things for me. Like I say, it started off good even with TMT. But I think the mistake was the manager they put in place for me. I think it would have been better if they let me choose and pick my own manager.
So that's basically the in your opinion, that's the problem that you've had. You know what I'm saying? You got a problem with Floyd's cousin.
Well, he got a problem. He got a problem with me. I'll say that.
But why did he have a problem with you?
Well, I think because after a few years, he was inexperienced. This ain't nothing to knock him. This is the truth. He was inexperienced. I was his first fighter, and I think it was a lot of errors being made. So I wanted to bring in an experienced manager. I was still gonna let him stay in on the contract. He would have still got his percentage, but I wanted a more experienced manager to just help him. But he didn't want to do it. He was well against it. So when I mentioned that, that's when he kind of like, that's when the wedge got caused between me and Floyd.
So did you ever have a chance to sit down with Floyd and break bread with him and tell him exactly what's going on?
No, I think it'd probably help if I did, but he know what's going on. No, he just let time go by, and he filthy rich. He living his life. Sometimes he forget what's going on down here in the real world. I might, I got it a lot better than a lot of folks, so I can't complain about certain stuff. But as far as fighting, I think I had a lot of unfortunate situations. There's no way a guy with my talent should have been inactive this long and be going through the stuff I've been going through the last couple of years.
So do you think when Floyd made that comment that he had a fighter that was only making $12,000 a year, a fight with a certain company, and then now he's making a lot of money, was that directed at you?
Yeah, but see, this the thing.
Oh, it was directed at you.
But every fighter start out making less, because when you a prospect, you don't make the same as when you move up.
Right.
And that's when I was with Top Rank. Top Rank pay their fighters well when they move up in the ranks. But I did make a lot of money with Mayweather Promotions with TMT. Like, that's the thing. Like, I made most of my paydays was real low, and that ain't being ungrateful or nothing. It's just speaking the truth. Like, as far as championship caliber fighters, like, I was getting paid less than every single championship caliber fighter in boxing, and that's because when the communication is off of Floyd, that's what's gonna happen. Like, when he got you. That's what kind of dude he is. But when he don't care, he is gonna be bad for you.
So in terms of, like you say, your manager, so it was all about, most of it was about the money aspect.
Yeah, it was a control thing too. Like, he young, he probably only a couple years older than me, so it's Floyd's younger cousin too. So I think he wanted the opportunity, and he ended up getting a lot of fighters after that. I can't speak for them, but this is our story. So I feel like he owed it to me to sit down and even to go back to his cousin and say, man, this is this and this is that. But somebody had to be the fall guy, which is too bad it was me.
But in terms of like building relationships, because I see Floyd with a lot of people that he didn't have that long relationship like he had with you.
Right.
But he kind of like did better for them.
Right.
Do you think that's like, you know what I'm saying, kind of weird? How, you know, you've been knowing him since you was a teenager.
Right.
It's a long time.
Right.
It's over 15 years, man. 15, 16, 17 years.
Yeah, it's odd because I would have never thought it would have came. And it's like me and Floyd literally never had a debate. I'm talking about not even a debate about nothing, because we didn't clash. Like, I ain't in this lane, you know, like, and I understand he's the hierarchy. Like,
right.
I ain't the kind of dude that overstep my boundary. Like, you know, I know that's the king. Like,
and I know that's why you've been quiet for
yeah,
3 years. You haven't said nothing.
And I get along with people well. That's probably my best strength.
Right.
With anything, I get along with people.
So do you think by you not saying that, do you think that hurts you and hurts your career?
For sure. Oh, no question.
Because Floyd and them only got one side of the story, the real story.
Yeah.
And I think that it's a side of the story. It's almost like you're ungrateful, but you're really not, because I know I've been there for the last couple of years, and I know you've been silent. Yeah. You've been wanting to say something.
Right.
And I just think that, you know what I'm saying, you man, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, you know, people like to blackball in this game, and people don't want to admit it, but, you know, I got real powerful guys still that want to sign me. Put me right back in at the top, but, you know, if you got a certain entity that's stronger than you and they tell them not to do it, you already know what the deal is. But, I mean, my thing is that's a coward lame move to me, though. Like,
so if you had a message to your longtime friend, Floyd Mayweather, what would it be?
Come on back down to earth, man. It's me. Like, wake up. It's me. We ain't never had an argument. You know, you always, you know, treated me like a younger sibling. I'm close with your family. You know, always been loyal to you. Your dad, you know, me and your cousin, we had a little falling out. Wasn't even that serious. He made that more than what it was, but we all men. You know, we should be able to sit down. You know, certain stuff shouldn't have to come to what it's coming to. Like, you know, I got a family and I got a career, and people just waiting to see me fighting, that's counting on me. You know, I want to reach the level in my height. I ain't in a competition with you. Like, you know, you already made it to where you at. I'm trying to get to where I'm trying to get. Like, you know.
So do you have any other messages to any other promoters like Bob Arum or DAZN?
Everybody gonna see that you seen me training. So you
right.
know, not only did I not lose it, I'm better. Like, you know, I never had like training camps and all of that in my career. So coming back, everything is gonna be up to par, and my fighting style is gonna be, you know, I got my hand surgery, so now I can really throw them hands like I really want to. So y'all gonna see some major action when I step back in there.
So you got some new social media?
I just got my Twitter up. It's
you got your Twitter?
TMT. And I got to get into my other stuff. I ain't had a password.
Okay.
You know, Mayweather Promotions was controlling it, so I got to get all that back going. But you stay checking up on Real Boxing Facts and YouTube and all that. You gonna get all the news.
That's real.